Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Can you please introduce yourself for record purposes?
Okay, my name is Peter Afam Emeleogu. I'm the founder of Tango.
Okay, Tango. Can you tell us about Tango? What does Tango means? What do they do? Can we know, sir?
Okay, thank you very much. We actually set up Tango as a digital platform that will encompass what we call hyperlocal commerce. Let me break it down. Hyperlocal commerce simply means bringing businesses that are in our neighborhoods and putting them on a digital platform so that customers, buyers, people interested in their goods and services can interact with them using their mobile phones. And coupled with that, we've incorporated a pickup, delivery, and drop off service into into our ecosystem. What this simply means is you can sit at home, order from a shop in your neighborhood, and make a choice of whether you want to pick up what you've ordered for or you want to have what you've ordered for delivered to you. And if that happens to be your preferred option to have it delivered, Tango will assign that request to a delivery person nearby, for a fee. So that's simply what Tango does. Just to enable commerce, drive convenience, and ensure that when people order anything at all, I mean, legitimate things, anything that is allowed within the ambits of the law, Tango can pick it up and have it delivered to you.
Even if it's perishable, sir.
Yes.
Okay, is the fee affordable or
What
is
I would
not
say is that,
affordable?
our fees are just going to be competitive. It's going to be driven by the market. So we're not going to be out of the reach of people. We're not going to be doing what people are not doing. So it's going to be affordable, and we believe people will find Tango very useful.
So should we say it's a kind of launching today, or what do we call today's event that
Well,
Tango is
today is
doing?
our flag off.
Okay.
An interesting thing about Tango is that we don't employ delivery people. What we do is that we empower them because our business really is technology. But we think that an important component of our business is to have assets to support our delivery service. And to make that happen, we decided to invest in assets that we will give to people we call Tango business owners. These people will take these assets and use them on the Tango platform while they pay for the asset over a 24-month period. We see this as our own little contribution to employment generation in the country, supporting small business owners. Because we don't see people who do the delivery business in our own world, we don't see them as riders. We see them as entrepreneurs. We see them as business owners. So one of the fundamental ideas behind Tango is to enable people to become their own bosses. We want people to be self employed. We want them to also be equipped to do the business, particularly the delivery, courier related kind of business for themselves. Because no matter how much you pay an employee, it's never ever going to be enough. So we consider it a very pragmatic approach that rather than employing these people, let us empower them to own these assets over a period of time and they continue to grow from there. The government cannot do everything. As citizens, as business people, as professionals, as a Nigerian, everyone has a role to play. We must contribute our little bit. It's our little contributions here and there that will aggregate to give us the kind of nation we all desire.
So, sir, does it mean Tango we need to train the riders, or every dictionary will just come and say,
No.
oh, okay.
What we do is for people to participate in our program, they must meet some certain eligibility criteria.
Okay.
The minimum for you to get into our program, you must have finished secondary school. You must be at least 23 years
Okay.
to get on our program. So we are only onboarding people between the ages of 23 and 45.
So there will be a training before they finally get empowered. Is that what you mean?
Correct. I mean, there are people who already trained, they're trained, but we will also train them.
What's the duration of the training?
No, I mean, for people who already,
Okay.
our preference is for people who are already in the business, who already know how to ride.
How do you know they know how to?
I mean, we'll take them through our assessments
Okay.
and evaluate the level of competency. So when we onboard them and when we are certain their level of competency, we will also do some training that is unique to us because we want people who participate, our Tango business owners, we want them to behave in a certain way. We want them to be dressed in a certain way. We want them to have a very professional outlook. Them to be we want these people to grow within the Tango ecosystem into very responsible citizens.
Okay.
Those are the kind of people we're trying to breed within Tango. We want to raise people. We want these people to be gainfully employed. We want them to own their own business. We want them to be responsible parents. We want them to be responsible citizens. We want them to be proud of what they're doing. This is all we're trying to do. We're focused on giving the participants in our program the very best. We're providing them with health insurance. We're providing them with personal accident insurance. We're providing them with life insurance. All of these benefits cumulatively is over 5 million naira per person. Those are the kind of benefits. So we don't pray for bad things to happen to people, but we also need to prepare and plan. In the event of anything unexpected happening in the course of working, their families are not left alone. Our life benefit alone for our Tango business owners is about 3 million naira. Because we believe that for you to get the best from your business partners, from your employees, from the people who work with you, you must give them the best. We are Nigerians, and we believe that Nigerians they deserve the best. And I believe that our country eventually is going to emerge and be the best that God has proposed for Nigeria to be. We're going through these challenges at this time, but it's also an opportunity for us to build the kind of nation that we desire. Everybody must be involved. It's not just a job of the politicians. It's not just a job of the leaders. Every single person who calls himself or herself a Nigerian has a role to play. And our little contribution to nation building is Tango.
So why Tango, sir? Why the name Tango?
Thank you very much.
Can you explain to us?
Well, there's a popular maxim that says it takes two to tango. And because every transaction between humans must involve at least two people. Take, for example, somebody making an order online or walks into a store, buys something, and they want that thing delivered. The request to have that item picked up and delivered will be carried out by another person. So in every human transaction, you will have at least two people. So thinking about it taking two to tango, we decided to just adopt and build Tango into a brand. Tango is going to be a very friendly brand. Tango is going to be is a fun brand, an honest brand, a cool brand. It doesn't matter whether you're young or old. We believe life is a rhythm. And the tagline for Tango is life moves. I mean, we don't just, life is moving. Every day, life moves. So when we say Tango, we expect people to say life moves. We want people to recognize that life is not waiting for nobody. And you must move with life. And that is the message we want to express and make to resonate with the general public.
So where do we see Tango in the next 2 years, sir?
We are a national license holder. We have a national license to provide services across Nigeria as of today. So what we expect of Tango is that in the next 2 years, Tango will not only be present in every state in Nigeria, possibly local governments across the country. We also expect Tango as a proudly Nigerian brand to dominate Africa. We don't just want to be a Nigerian brand. We want to be a Pan-African brand. We want to use Nigeria as our launchpad into the rest of Africa and by extension, the rest of the world. But Nigeria is a big country, the largest in Africa, over 222 million people. The African continent, collectively, we're about 1.4 billion people on the African continent. I do not think we even need to look beyond Africa because Africans deserve better. And we believe that in our own space, Tango can make very meaningful and impactful contributions.
So can we know the social media handles of Tango and the address of Tango's office?
Okay. Tango as our social media on Instagram, go by Tango 247. Same handle on Twitter and Facebook. Go by Tango 247. Our web address is www.gobytango.com. And we are currently located at number 171 at 173 Ogudu Road, Lagos, Nigeria.
Okay.
So from Nigeria to the world.
Okay, so your name again, sir.
Peter Afam Emeleogu.
Okay, thank you, sir.